I'm obsessed with your videos.
Oh, thank you.
You have like 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
Thank
That's
you.
unbelievable.
Thank you.
Did you ever feel like it was going to get like to this point? And how do you decide like when you're going to film, how much you show your children, things like that?
We show our children less and less as they get older because they're becoming more and more recognizable with like, they're no longer just like infants and babies, but they're becoming people and they have opinions. And I don't want my daughter to go to kindergarten and having people be like, oh, I saw your vacation. You know, it's more of like a parent's perspective of like what we're going through. So it's always like a very fluid conversation that my husband and I are having, but we always deem it as like shareable home videos. We have the unedited versions where it's like all the moments that are so sweet that we get to experience, and then we try to share it with the world in a relatable way. But it is a conversation we always have.
Sure. Is it something that you think like down the line, like you won't show them at all, or is it going to be very selective? You think?
It's very, very selective, and it will be up to them. I mean, because Drew is now becoming 5 years old, and you can have a conversation with her. It's more so up to them. And I don't ever want to cross a boundary where I'm showing something that they wouldn't want. Everything we try to show, I would never want them to be embarrassed by. I'm not outing their most vulnerable moments. I'm not showing them in, you know, exposing ways. My husband and I always say at the end of the day, our social media is about us as parents and not them as kids.
Sure, yeah.
And so, yes, I do think soon, like as our kids graduate to a certain age, they will be off of social media because they become real, like little people around the world. And I don't, it'll be up to them if they want to be seen.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, it's such a hard line to figure out like what to do, because like you said, she's going to be going to kindergarten next year. She's going to meet a whole host of different kids and things like that in different families. Is it weird for her sometimes when people come up to the two of you and ask for pictures and things like that? She's like, what's going on?
I will say this has been an interesting thing we're dealing with right now, and I never want to like prop myself up to my kids. I don't want to be like, oh, mommy was a big deal at some point, or I don't ever think that. But I do, we are having a hard time with Drew at the moment because people will come up and ask for a picture. And I always say, you know, Drew, go stand with daddy. And there's been interesting moments right now where she's like, why don't they want a picture with me? And so we've been explaining different things of like, when you're old enough, you know, that will be up to you if you want to take a picture. But right now, mommy and daddy are protecting you. Adults can't ask for your picture. You know, just trying to teach boundaries, but it's it's interesting.
Right.